This conference will now be recorded.
This session I am discussing about managing network security in Linux and discussing about firewall-D. So in Linux kernel, they have a system framework for packet filtering and network address translation. It is called NetFilter. So NetFilter is the kernel system for packet filtering. And a new version of Linux, we are having a new system, a new framework. It is called NFTables. So previous version we are using, this is the backend and front end we are doing using previous versions we are doing through IP tables. Now we are using a different command we are using called firewall D we are using for filtering. So in your system we are using firewall D for configuring all firewall. So I have, for example, I have two systems. So in this system I have installed firewall D. So I am installed firewall D I have installed. So it is a firewall in Linux. So firewall is the firewall in Linux. I installed it. I already installed it. And we can see this. I am showing a diagram. So in this we have two systems. So I have configuring firewall in one system. So we can see this is one system and another system we are having. So this is my Linux one system. And there I have installed a web server. I installed here. So I installed a web server. And this is I am using second machine as a client machine. So Linux 2 as a client machine. And we are going to connect to this from the client to server. We are going to connect. So I'm going to connect from server to client to server. So in the first server, we can see that we have installed firewall D, and I have to start the service firewall D start. So I am starting the service. So then I also installed a web server in this machine. Yum installed HTTPD server I installed. So this machine is working as a web server, and also I want to copy some HTML file in this server. So I can go to going to one website, and I am creating some HTML pages. So I'm going to copy some HTML pages. So because I am creating a basic web server, I am creating. So I'm just copying this web server and I'm putting in the server. So I'm going to the server, and I'm starting service HTTPD start. So I'm going to start the service. So now I have to create a HTML page. I have to go to www HTML folder, and I have to create one index.html file I have to create. So HTML file we can take from internet, and we can create a website I created. So now I am going to start the service and all. So now I am going to the second system, and I am checking my IP address of the system. First server, I configured the web server, everything, and I'm checking the IP address of the server. So IP address is this one, and I'm going to open this IP. I'm going to try to open from this client machine. Second machine I am opening. So in the second machine, I already installed a client. I installed a browser. So Lynx is a command-based browser I am using, and I am pasting this IP. So I am going to open the web server. Web server is in the other machine. So Lynx program we have to install. So we can check that it is showing error loading because we are not able to connect. Because why it is blocking? Because the firewall in the system is blocking it. So we have to check the firewall. So for example, we want to allow this service, we have to give this command firewall cmd, and we are giving a command firewall cmd, and we are going to add a service is equal to HTTP. So I'm going to add a HTTP service in the firewall I am adding now. So if you want to HTTPS also, we can add it. So we can give the command firewall CMD. So this is the command we are using for managing this. So in the firewall, what I am allowing the HTTP protocol I am allowing. So I'm going to give the list all command. So we can see that how many services are allowed, and everything will show here. So we can see that in this SSH is allowed, HTTP also allowed here. So I want to allow HTTPS also. I want to allow means firewall CMD add service HTTPS also. I am going to add it. So in the current runtime it is adding, it is not a permanently we are adding. So we can check the service, how many services are allowed, you can check from here. So we can see HTTP and HTTPS is allowed. Now if I try to open this from the client machine, so I'm in the client machine now. So I want to open this website. I am going to open links and the second server, first main server's IP address I am giving. So we can see that this is the test website. So my website is working. So I am able to open this website. So now we can block this. If you want to block this HTTP, we want to remove the HTTP, you can give so we can give the command remove H service. We can give remove service command, we can give, and I can allow HTTP also. I am removing. So I'm removing HTTPS also. I am removing now. So both this service I am removing. So now what will happen? These protocols are not allowed. These ports are not allowed. So we can just to go here and I can check here links and opening the IP. So we can see the website is not working. So that is the main, basically this firewall is working like this. So we can add the port, add the service, we can add from here. Again, if you want to add, we can add. So we can add the port also, we can add either if we can add the service name, or I can add the port number 80/TCP. So I can even add the port number also, I can add here. So it will, so we have to give a small letter and we have to add it. Now if we check in the second system, so if I try to open this website, we can see that this website is working. So this is the basically how it is working. So we can add the allow the port and disable the port and all we can do. So but in this firewall, firewall D, we have a lot of other configurations. So the basically we can allow a port number or deny a port number, or we can do it. But this is my Linux system, and there are in the firewall D, there are multiple zones are there. Zone. So we are creating something called multiple zones are there. So the default, I will tell why we are using the zone. So we are using a default zone is there. Default zone is called the public zone. So the main zone is public, and we have other zone called internal zone. And maybe we are working inside office, maybe we will use internal zone. So we have a home zone we are having. So this type of different zones we are having. So internal, home, DMS. So there are different zones. So we can add a different set of rules we can add here. So different set of rules. So suppose we are using this in my home. So we are using the home zone. So from the we are connecting in the home. So we know that we are using some particular network in the home network. So maybe home network means we are using 192.168.0.0 network. So now we can associate this zone, we can associate with this address. Source we can associate with this address, or maybe internally, maybe internal network. In our office network, we are using 172.16.0.0. So we can, what we can do is we can associate this source address with the zone. So and we can, and the firewall will work like whenever traffic is coming from this particular IP network, so this zone will be active. So if we are getting a communication from other clients are communicating from other network, 192.168 network, home zone will be active, and every zone having its own rules are will be there. Separate rules are there in this different zones. So how the zone will be active means they will check which source address it is communicating. Also some interface also we can associate. So we have in this my Linux system, 2 network cards are there. So I can tell that first network card is for my internal zone, second network card is for my home zone. So that is the way we can define the zones. So by default we are just checking this firewall CMD, and we can give list command. We are seeing previously we are seeing the list command. So we have to know that we are default zone we are using is public zone. So we can see that in the public zone all these services are allowed. So now we want to check this different zone we want to see. So I want to see the zone is equal to internal zone. So I want to check the internal zone, how many services are allowed and all we can check from here. So here so many services are allowed. So we can add and we can see this source address we are associated with this one. So how can we associate this source address means, so we have to give a command we have to do. So firewall cmd, and I am adding a permanent option because I want to add it permanently. So permanent means next reboot also this will be working. So hyphen zone is equal to internal, and I am adding a source. So because already it is added, so I am removing the source address. The source address we are associating with the source address is equal to, we can tell that 172.31 172.31.0.0/16. So I am removing this source address. So now when I check the list, we can see that so now previously this source address was associated with this internal zone. So when I do this list command, so for internal zone, we can see that source address was not given. So source address is not given. So we have to reload also. Whenever you do this, we have to do this firewall cmd reload command. So because when we are adding a permanent record we are adding, we have to reload it. So then only it will be active. So we can just list this, and we can see that this zone we have to associate with no networks are not associated, source are not associated. So if sources are not associated, we can add an interface also. So whatever traffic coming from that interface, this it will be working like an internal zone, and there we can add their own separate rules we can add for internal zone. So now I am associating for a particular source address. So I can give this command add source. So add source address. We are adding now. So we are adding listing this, and now we can we have to know that this source address has to come here. So before that, we have to do is we have to reload this. And when we do this, what are the rules are allowed for this internal zone? We can see that. So internal zone is associated with this this address. So any traffics are coming from this network. So these rules will apply. In these rules, what are the traffics are allowed? So here we all these things are, all these protocols are allowed. So I want to add a rule means I have to give firewall cmd, and I have to give a hyphen permanent, and I have to give hyphen zone is equal to internal, and hyphen add service is equal to httpd. So I'm adding a http traffic I am allowing now. So I am going to firewall cmd hyphen reload command I am giving. So now we have to check the list command. So we can see that http is added here. So whenever traffics are coming from this network, this zone will be active and these rules will be coming. So like if we can make a different zones, we can create, we can associate. So what are the zones, default zone we can give from the command? firewall cmd get default zone. So we can change the default zone. We can change it. By default, it is public. So we can change this. Hyphen get default zone. So if you give this command, it will show what is the default zone. It will show. So the default zone is public. So we have many zones are there, and zones will be active based on the source address or a network interface. And we can allow and disable the traffic as we discussed. So this many zones are there. So home zone, internal work, public, external, DMSed. So trusted zone means allow all incoming traffic. Block means it will reject all incoming traffic. Drop means it will drop all incoming traffic. And there are so many commands. Get a default zone. We can set the default zone. We can change it. And the source address we are adding. So why source address we are adding means we are associating with a zone. And we can add an interface also. We can add it for a particular zone. We can associate an interface. So any traffic coming from that interface, this particular zone will be active, and the rule from that zone will be active. So we have list all zones. We can see that we can add a port number, remove a service, and all we can do from like this. So thanks for watching.